Let's talk about habits. Habits are things that we all have. They can be anything from having your same coffee cup that you drink coffee out of every morning. They can be anywhere from that to superstitions, or like if you're a sports person, putting on like your left shoe first, your right shoe. I mean, how many of us put our left pant leg on first? How many of us, when we're in the shower, we do our shampoo first? I mean, there's all these different things that we don't think about, that if we did think about them, our brain would be completely consumed with so much information that it wouldn't be able to function. So your brain makes these little pathways in your brain that it doesn't need to think about it. You're just subconsciously doing it. When you get in your car, you turn your car on, you take the same trip to work every time. You don't think about it, because if you had to think about it and be aware of it, then other things wouldn't be able to move into your space. And that's a way that we survive too. We need to be aware of what could kill us. But we can change those things. And I believe that it starts micro. And it's a really fascinating thing started happening to me. And I want to talk about creatives specifically, because our jobs typically are very, very unpredictable. Mine is, I'm sure yours is too. One day I'll be in playing saxophone on somebody's record. The next day I'll be out at a session at another place. One day I'll be writing an ad song in my studio. The next day I'll have a singer-songwriter in here cutting vocals and I'm producing them. I don't know what my weeks look like. And it's been that way for many, many years. I don't know what they're going to look like. So what I would do is I would find things that were consistent so that I felt like I had a little sense of control. I would always drink out of the same coffee cup. I would always drive the same way to certain sessions. I would always, there's a couple of other really good ones too. I would always run the same route. That's a big one for me. I'm a big runner, and I would go to the park and I'd run the same 7 miles every time. Like I was wearing it out. I do the same routine at the gym every time I'm there. And I started thinking to myself, like, okay, there's some big habits I want to change. I've definitely gone through some addictions that I've healed. Obviously things that I'm still working on. We're all working on those things. But it was overwhelming to me, which I'm sure it is to you, to look at some of your habits that you don't particularly care for and go, I'm going to fix that. Because you might have a habit that's an addiction that's deep down inside that exists in your body that you can't fix or heal without a lot of work. And sometimes it's such a dark and deep thing that your body doesn't want to show you yet. You don't get to see those things and those traumas until your body knows that it's safe for them to show it to you. So you can't go for macro, but you can go for micro. And that's a good start. And to me, that just brings you to a self-aware place. Now, meditation and different things like that are really going to help you in that respect, which we're going to talk about more on. But why not drink out of a different cup? Why not buy a different brand of coffee? Why not take a different way to work, even if it's an extra 2 minutes? What if you took a way to work that went by a park? Why not enter into work through a different door? Why not, instead of saying just hi to the person as you walk into the room, ask them what their day is like. Ask them how they're feeling. Just change a few things up. I challenge you to change 3 things up in your week. Just 3 different things. Change 3 and just see what happens. Just see what things pop up. It's a start to me to be self-aware. That's the whole goal. The whole goal is to pause before a reaction and not let our emotions control us. Our emotions control our reactions. The goal is to be self-aware, to look at the moment and react from the true, beautiful space that we are and have always been existing in. But start small. I urge you to try it. It's interesting, and it'll put your head in a space where it's going to start being like a little snowball, and you're going to go, wow, this is really kind of cool. I'm meeting different people, and I'm seeing different sights, and I didn't know that that restaurant was there. Oh, I didn't know that that park was there. Oh man, I'm going to take my friends to this park, and we're going to go hiking. Like, you may not know even what your city looks like. So try it. This week, 3 things that you can do that are micro habits that might just change your life. Peace and love. I'll talk to you soon.